Gear What If.
Hello and welcome to the very first episode of Gear What If. In this series, we're gonna take a look at popular rock tunes and what would they sound like if you played different gear. In this episode, we're gonna be taking a look at Brian May's guitar solo on Bohemian Rhapsody. And what would it sound like if we played it on a Les Paul instead of the Brian May Red Special? So let's dabble a bit on the history first. Brian May is known to use the British sixpence coin as his plectrum. It's very interesting because it has a very different attack as compared to your normal guitar picks. Okay, so next in line he has his Brian May Red Special, which is again very interesting because he and his father built that guitar and it's very unique. It's one of a kind. It has 3 single coil pickups, and according to Brian May himself in the Starlix instructional video, he's using pickups 1 and 2 set to out of phase when he recorded the Bohemian Rhapsody solo. Okay. Next in line, so some of these are knowledge based from different websites like forums and even Gibson.com gave their share of like what his signal chain is. Also Rick Rundown in Premier Guitar. So next in line he has the treble booster, and treble booster is very popular among Strat players, again with a single coil to fatten it up a little bit. And next in line in his signal chain is a Crybaby Wah-Wah, but in this case in Bohemian Rhapsody solo he's not using that one. Next in line he has a clean boost, which is basically to fatten up or push the amp even more into distortion or high gain for the screaming lead sounds. As for his amp, he's using Vox AC30, which is a classic amp. It's very known that it is the amp that he's been using. And lastly, in the chain, he's using a TC Electronic G Major for his chorus sound, for his chorus effect. Okay, so let's take a look at my signal chain here. Okay, first starting with the plectrum, I'm gonna be using this Malaysian 20-cent coin because the British sixpence nowadays made with copper nickel, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but basically it's a combination of copper and nickel. In the way back when it's first made, it was made of silver, but nowadays they're using copper and nickel to make that specific coin. And this, according to quick Google search, this Malaysian coin that I'm able to source locally is made of the same thing. So we're eliminating we're trying to eliminate the variables of the signal chain as much as possible. And of course, I'm gonna be using this beautiful Epiphone Les Paul, which has 2 humbucker pickups as opposed to Brian May's Red Special, which has 3 single coils. So for this one, we're gonna use both pickups, so the middle setting basically. Okay, and next in my chain, I have a treble booster. And then I didn't put the wah-wah anywhere because we're not gonna use it anyways. And next we have a clean boost, and we have a Vox AC30 amp simulation. And lastly, a chorus pedal. Now the settings for this one I sourced from Gibson.com, in which they try to recreate his tone, and basically I dialed in the settings from there and it sounds great. So let's have a look. I'm gonna play with the Les Paul Bohemian Rhapsody guitar solo. Let's check it out. doing away with the treble booster already, because most Les Pauls are equipped with humbucker pickups, and they already inherently sound thick. So treble boosters are commonly used for single coils to fatten up the sound. So we won't need that one. As for the Les Paul settings, I would suggest using the bridge pickup, since Brian May was using pickups 1 and 2 of the single coils on his Red Special. And lastly, if you're not comfortable using a coin as your plectrum, then you can use your regular pick, but I would suggest using one of the blunt edges of the pick to simulate that round coin attack. So that's what we're gonna hear in this second playthrough. Check it out.
Sometimes wish I'd never been born at all.
Alright, so that concludes our very first episode of Gear What If. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Did I get it right? Did I get it wrong? Did I miss anything? Let me know what you think. And thanks for joining me today. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. Peace out. See you next time.
Gear What If.